Industry professionals, have you been looking for an outlet to get your music heard? Hip Hop National Radio and hiphopnational.com, your digital service provider to get the best music first. Pop, rock, jazz, R&B, gospel, and etc. All genres of music with a hip-hop twist. This is your chance to get it first and stay on top of the competition. hiphopnational.com is for you. Log on now.
You're listening to the Hip Hop National Radio conference call and feedback. Tonight's topic is the pioneers, the female pioneers in hip hop, and what good would it be a female pioneer in hip hop show without our first lady, number one, Lady Di? You have the floor now.
Good evening. Thank you, Don Jr. I am so excited about this week's topic, all about the pioneers and our leading ladies, and so I'm excited about the guests that we have tonight, and I know tonight is going to be a great show because we were just blessed and anointed, so thank you again for that, Brother Jack. You know, when we think about leading ladies and pioneers, you can't help but think of names like Queen Latifah and MC Light and all of the ones who really gave ladies a face in the hip-hop arena.
When hip-hop first came on the scene, it was a situation where everybody had to be hard, especially if you was a woman. You had to work twice as hard to get into the ciphers. I remember when I first started listening to hip-hop, they wouldn't even let the females get in the ciphers around the hood. So it was a couple of females that were serving people, but they was having to battle more MCs because of them being females at the same time, which we're going to chime in on tonight's topic.
As we talking about tonight, what stands out to me most is Shantae, I would say Roxanne. And I just remember that song there, and that right there turned me on to how women can really flow and get into this thing just like the men could. Back to you guys.
Well, Keidra, we are so glad to have you on the show tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited to talk about leading ladies like yourself. And I just really wanted you to kind of kick off tonight's topic and talk about how we can successfully survive going forward in such a male-dominated world and make sure that we do have our touch on there and never lose sight of who we are. So can you speak to everybody about how difficult and challenging it still is being a woman in such a dominated industry?
Yes, I can, because it's a struggle every day. Because, first of all, when you go into this male-dominated industry, they don't even recognize you for your talent at all. So you got to deal with that. And, you know, as soon as you show that, hey, look, this is what I came here to do, I'm ready to get down to business, then all of a sudden you become like this angry black woman, or you have an attitude. But it's really, you just have to stand up for yourself, because the minute that you do give in and sell out, you know, your name is mud. And once your name is mud, you can't recover from that in this industry. So, you know, it's really just a do-or-die industry for women. It's not that way for men, but for women, you have to be firm. And that's hard for a lot of females. But, you know, I think if you just really know where you're going, and if you got some strength, when you get in this industry, you've definitely got to generate it towards the males with them. No, look, I'm here for business and business only.
That's good. And, I mean, even today, you know, we think that we have surpassed so much, which we've come a long way. I don't want to slight any of the movement that we've made. But even today, there's still that stigma of, you know, if the man does it, you know, it's another notch on his belt. But like you said, a lot of times our reputation is at stake, and then we become blackballed in the industry. And by blackball, I simply mean, you know, all of a sudden you don't get the calls and you don't do the things because your reputation is ruined. And so it's so important.
We're talking about tonight the females who paved the way, the Queen Latifahs, the real Roxanne, Yo-Yo, and a lot of sisters be forgetting about MC Trouble. I don't know if you girls, the listeners, remember her, but she was from L.A. She was on the scene in 1991. She was also a pioneer of the game for females and one of the sisters that paved the way for hip-hop and females to move to the next level. So, you know, with that in mind, we want to remember also the fallen sisters in the game, as well as the ones that are still around, the Queen Latifah, the Salt and Pepper, the Real Roxanne, Roxanne Shante, and another lady we also forget about that was real heavy in hip-hop was Miss Melody. Remember Miss Melody?
Yeah, I remember her. I do remember. That's BDP wife.
You know, we could talk about who are alive, but there's other women that these sisters today, I wonder to bet Nicki Minaj don't know who MC Trouble is. You know what I'm saying? It's like they living off today, and they not paying homage to what paved the way for them to do what they do. And we can't forget about Lil' Kim because, you know, she took the game to another level, the MC Lights. You know, the list goes on and on.
Right. How you doing there, Phil? TC, I want to, what's going on, Uncle? Listen, what I want to do is I want y'all to stand on the line, don't go in.